Have you ever wondered where this delicious honey comes from? Is it made inside flowers, or do bees make it? Today, we'll discover the amazing journey of every drop of honey. Honey always begins its journey here, in flowers. But flowers do not make honey. They produce a sweet liquid called nectar. Deep inside every flower are tiny nectar glands. These glands produce nectar, a sweet liquid rich in natural sugars. Flowers use nectar to attract helpful insects. Meet Bella, a worker honeybee. Worker bees collect nectar, gather pollen, build honeycombs, care for young bees, and make honey for the entire colony. Meet Bella has amazing tools. Its large eyes help it see flowers, its antennae detect smells, its legs collect pollen, and its long tongue, called a proboscis. A honeybee has 5 eyes. 2 large compound eyes help it see the world, while 3 tiny simple eyes on top of its head help it detect light, stay oriented during flight. These 2 antennae work like the bee's nose and fingertips. They help the bee smell flowers, sense touch, detect wind, and even communicate with other bees. This long tube is called the proboscis. It works like a tiny drinking straw, allowing the bee to reach deep inside the flower and gently suck up the sweet nectar. The nectar is stored in a special honey stomach, also called the crop. This is not the bee's digestive stomach. It is a separate storage pouch used to carry nectar safely back to the hive. Even before the bee reaches the hive, something amazing called the crop, special enzymes inside the honey stomach start changing the nectar. This is the very first step in making honey.
Bella flies back to the hive. Inside, every worker bee has a special job. She passes nectar to another worker bee. Enzymes change nectar into honey. It is stored in the honeycomb. Inside the hive, every worker bee has a special job. Some collect nectar, some build honeycombs, and others care for baby bees. Bella does not place the nectar directly into the honeycomb. First, she passes it to another worker bee. This bee adds more enzymes, helping change the nectar into honey. The enzymes break down the natural sugars in the nectar. They become simpler sugars, mainly glucose and fructose. This change helps create honey that can stay fresh for a long time. The processed nectar is placed into the honeycomb. At this stage, it is still too watery to be called honey. The bees must remove most of the water first. As air moves over the nectar, tiny water molecules escape into the air. This process is called evaporation. Less water means the nectar becomes thicker. Fresh nectar contains a lot of water. After much of that water evaporates, the liquid becomes thick, sweet honey. Honey contains much or becomes thicker. When the honey is ready, the bees seal each honeycomb cell with a thin layer of beeswax. This wax cap protects the honey and keeps it clean until the colony needs it.
The hive is like a natural food storehouse. The bees save honey, so the colony has enough food. But how does this honey finally reach our homes? People who care for honeybees are called beekeepers. A good beekeeper protects the bees, keeps their hive healthy, and makes sure they always have enough honey for themselves. The beekeeper opens the hive very carefully. Only the frames filled with extra, fully sealed honey are selected. Enough honey is always left behind so the bees have. Each honeycomb frame is handled with great care. The bees are protected, while the sealed honey is collected for harvesting. Before the honey can be collected, the thin beeswax caps are carefully removed. These wax caps protected the honey inside the honeycomb. The honeycomb frames are placed inside a honey extractor. As the machine spins, the honey comes out of the cells without damaging the honeycomb, allowing the bees to use it again. The honeycomb frames are placed inside a honey extractor. As the machine spins, natural goodness, the honey comes out damaging the honeycomb, allowing the bees to use it again. Before honey is sold, experts check its quality. They measure the moisture level because good honey contains very little water. Less water helps honey stay fresh naturally. After testing, the honey is poured into clean bottles or jars and sealed to keep it fresh until it reaches our homes. After a long journey from flowers to the hive, the honey finally reaches our homes, where people enjoy its natural sweetness. Honey is one of nature's most amazing foods. It is made entirely by hardworking bees using nectar collected from flowers, with the help of enzymes, evaporation, and teamwork. Let's review the complete journey.
Bees collect nectar from flowers, enzymes begin changing it, worker bees remove water by fanning their wings, the honey ripens inside the honeycomb. Did you know? Bees must visit nearly 2 million flowers to make just 1 pound, or about 450 grams, of honey. Every drop of honey represents an incredible amount of hard work. A single worker bee makes only about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey during its entire lifetime. That is why every drop of honey is so precious. A bee colony is like a perfectly organized city. Every bee has a special job, and together they help the entire colony survive. Honeybees do much more than make honey. As they collect nectar, they also help pollinate many flowering plants. This helps fruits, vegetables, seeds, and many crops grow. Bees are among the most important living creatures on Earth. By protecting flowers, avoiding harmful pesticides, and caring for nature, we also protect hardworking bees that help feed our world.